Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and kick us off. I want to say thank you to everyone who's taking time out of their day to watch this video. We're doing something a little different here. We have a special guest, as I'm sure you can see. And we are going to be putting on makeup and talking about building a brand. So I have the beautiful, should I call you Ray, or are we going with your government, or how do you want to?
Call me Ray.
Okay, I'll let Ray introduce herself.
I don't know these people. That's rude. I'm gonna warn y'all now. Both of us are cancers, so
Buckle up.
So I'm Ray. I'm here talking about building a brand because I'm in the process of building two, maybe like 2.5. So I own BlkGirlDaily, which is BlkGirlDaily, and that is a lifestyle and business website geared toward primarily Black women. And there's just, things that you have to talk about when it comes to building a brand and not trying to like lose your sanity.
Mm-hmm. You've done a good job. That's staying same. Mm-hmm. From what I can tell. And that's how we've been IG friends for a while, or connected on IG for a while. And I believe that's how I found you, was through BlkGirlDaily.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even really know, like, but how do we get cool though? Like, I don't remember.
I could sense the inner cancer. I'm kidding. I don't know. I think maybe you posted a couple things and it might have been like some of those DM reactions. Yeah. And then it was like, oh, she cool. And then
probably
because it's been so long, like I don't know how long it's been. I know Instagram will tell you sometimes, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's not like Facebook. Like I said, you became friends in like September. It's like, oh yeah.
My skin is going through it today.
Mine too.
It's so dry, which is why I put some of that spray on there, that Tatcha spray that I'm almost out of.
But you have naturally dry skin?
No, but I've been breaking out more so on my left side than my right side. And I've been using a lot of salicylic acid, so that's drying it out. And I don't drink as much water as I should. So it's like, help me. My skin is like, I'm dying.
The skin is like, ma'am.
Right. Which is why I do have water here. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to, I drink it throughout the day, but I'm not like those people who will be like, I'm a gallon a day, girl. No.
Girl, I wish. I really do wish I could drink a gallon of water a day.
Me too. What kind of beat are you going for? Or I'm sorry, we were talking about water intake.
Oh, yeah, I wish. But I think I'm gonna do something not nude, but like nude adjacent.
Okay.
So it'll have some color in there, because I think what I'm gonna do is you know how you have to like repurpose when you have a face on. So it's like, okay, now that I have a face on, let me do stuff that requires a face. So I need to shoot some pictures. Okay, so I also didn't finish introducing myself, I guess. So I'm also in the process of creating a jewelry and accessories line with one of my friends, and it's called Brielle Ray. So if you go on Instagram, you can find us. So we're in the process of taking images for the website and for social media. So anytime I have a face on, I need to be taking some pictures. But my skin is also breaking out because I've been going to the gym consistently this week, and it's like the sweat, and then like the sweat will like itch, and then if I scratch it, now I'm using like my dirty hand to scratch my face, and now it's breaking me out. So
always fun.
There's that, yeah. And I'm also not drinking enough water to kind of help that.
We gotta do better. I told myself I was gonna get one of those bottles that have the times on it to keep me accountable, but
Yeah.
I don't really know if that's gonna work.
Like those can set you up for failure. Because if it's say 11 and it's 3 o'clock and you haven't drank between 11 and 3, now
And
you like,
that's what I'm worried about.
now it's
Like,
like, oh, we'll try again tomorrow.
right. So do you chug or do you just say, again, try again tomorrow?
Right. That's funny.
Oh, so you talked a little bit about BlkGirlDaily and Brielle Ray. And is there a half one in the works that you want to talk about, or you kind of want to wait until the third trimester, why am I trying to make a pregnancy?
I only say half because after I started BlkGirlDaily, I started another business called Raycal Media, and that is doing website building and podcast creation. But I'm not gonna continue that. So that's why I say a half. Like,
oh, okay.
It's kind of just at a half mark right now. I would prefer to invest more of my energy in building up the other brands, but that one is more so I'm good at this and I can make money from it right now. So this is what I'm doing. But it's not something that I would prefer to do long term.
Got you. So kind of like a side hustle.
Yeah, because like I'm limited on the number of clients that I can take on if it's just me. Like I can't, if 20 people were to come to me today and was like, all 20 of us need websites, I would have to turn people away because I don't have capacity to do websites at one time.
I don't know what I'm doing with my face. Go ahead.
So
you're okay. So you'll keep that one kind of in your back pocket just to, see what happens.
Well, I'm gonna keep doing that until we start to probably make a profit from the jewelry business.
Okay. What can people look out for in terms of Brielle Ray? I know I saw a really pretty necklace. I saw rings. What can people find when they visit?
So we will be launching this fall, probably next month, and our first launch is going to include necklaces, rings, and earrings. And then we will continue to build from there. We want to eventually do bracelets, anklets, like ear cuffs, those like climbing rings, earrings, nose rings, really all of it, honestly, because I don't find too many jewelry websites, which, I haven't scoured the internet for them necessarily, but the ones that I've come across, I haven't found like a variety of different types of earrings or different types of jewelry. Like it's like they stay in like a safe zone. Like it's just rings, necklaces, bracelets, and like regular earrings. Eventually we do want to branch out into doing other types of accessories. Like the girl who I'm doing it with, my friend Gabby, she likes headbands. She likes bags. Maybe we'll do like a collection of bags one day. This is all like on the to-do list. It's not right now.
Okay.
For now, that's what you can expect.
Gotcha. It's good to have a goal and a vision for it.
Yeah. Also, I was just gonna say, also just understanding, like, continue to write down what it is that you want to do, even if you can't do it until like 3-4 years down the line. Like it's not impossible, but things do take time, and there's only so much that we can learn how to do while we're doing it. So if you only start off with a couple of things, learn and master how those couple of things work, and then you can start to like add on something else.
True. Do you think you can be good at, if you're trying to learn a bunch of new things at once, that you can be good at all of them at once, or you kind of need to take it, like get good at this and then work this into it?
I think if you are dedicated, you can learn them all at once. because there's plenty of things that I have to learn all at once. I mean, I'm over here running 3 businesses and I have to learn something new in all of them. So you can, but what the problem is, you're going to more than likely be hard on yourself because you're taking in so much information and such a variety of information. So I feel like focusing on a few things rather than like all of them will give you time to like really retain that information and feel confident about it and not allow it to consume you to where you're being like really hard on yourself.
Okay. As you work on the different brands that you have and, you know, build your businesses, what would you say some of the challenges are that you've come across?
I think I'll talk about internal challenges and like external challenges. An internal challenge is just like consistently motivating yourself. It's really discipline. Like motivation come and go, but the discipline. So the discipline to do it when you feel like you didn't make any progress that day. So like say you sell something and say you sold absolutely nothing that day. And you'd be like, why am I doing this? And then of course, like not comparing yourself to other people is very important. When I speak to some of my friends and they have an idea of something they want to do, the next thing they say after what the idea is, but there's so many people doing it. And even though I use like the most cliche line of encouragement, it's still like a great type of encouragement. Go in the bread aisle. There's 40,000 types of bread brands, and all of them are selling right next to each other too. Like it's not like they're scattered throughout the store. They're right next to each other. And then it's like you're not really competing with someone. They can buy from you and them. Like it's they don't have to choose. We can buy from both. So, and then the external challenges is really starting to be, I mean, maybe has always been, but starting to be like social media. Social media is like really irritating.
It is.
Especially when you're trying to go up against the, you know, beloved algorithm. Like what that algorithm, but that algorithm is irritating. And you know, you try to take the advice of Instagram, like, well, look at your insights and when are people most on? Post around this time, post this many times a day, blah blah blah. And then, you know, historically the encouragement has always been you should be on all platforms. Who has the energy to like create content for all platforms? Nobody. So
and have your own blog or website because that's what you own. And then they're always like, well, you don't own Instagram, so you need to have your own website. And I'm like,
right, I need to own my web. I mean, which is true. You can own it. When Instagram is down, you're still be able to like do stuff. But but of course, not all of your audience is on your website, and you would want, you know, eventually you want them to come over and subscribe and be here so you can stay in contact with them. But that just doesn't always happen. So honestly, I stopped paying attention to the algorithm in 2019.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I haven't posted when I think people are paying attention since 2019. Now I post whenever I feel like it.
Gotcha.
And, you know, hopefully y'all see it. However, what I have seen that has actually worked, even though people advise against it, is I'll do like maybe 2 or 3 posts one day, and then I won't post again for like 2 days. Because if you notice, Instagram will show you posts from 2 days ago. Like if you see, it'll say 2 days ago or 1 day ago. So really my stuff is circulating for at least 2 days. So really, I don't even have to do something for the next day if I don't want to. But yeah, so external challenge has definitely been trying to figure out when and how best to reach my audience, because my primary method of marketing is via social media. Like I don't necessarily pay for ads all the time. I have before when I did like a
Mm-hmm.
launch, but I don't always pay for ads. Maybe we'll do this with the jewelry business just because that's really like where we're trying to sell,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to my blog. If I don't have any merchandise at that time to sell, then I'm not paying for ads. Just I'm not gonna put an ad in place for someone to come read a blog post.
Right.
So that's my challenges.
Got you. Well, you've done a great job of overcoming them and kicking them in the throat. Well, I gotta go violent all the time.
Because sometimes we have to choose violence.
That's true.
Sometimes it's important.
I agree. So for someone who's new to you and new to, what do you have going on? How would you describe BlkGirlDaily? Well, you described, how would you describe BlkGirlDaily, Brielle Ray? Just what can they expect? What, I guess maybe the vision was behind, especially the jewelry I'm excited about, because I'm like, oh, yep, I want that necklace. I want that ring. And it was so funny, the day I saw you on IG, I was thinking to myself, like, where'd she get that? And then you got to it. And I was like, oh, okay, good. She's coming out with something so I can support.
So to answer your question about BlkGirlDaily, I created BlkGirlDaily to share things I wish I knew when I was younger. That was the primary goal of creating that website. So I wrote blog posts about relationships, friendships, business, God, sex, like basically covering all the topics that a young woman kind of deals with in her life, teens and early 20s, and probably throughout their 20s, really. But that was the original like thought process. And then I was like, well, I eventually want to do merchandise. So I was able to create some shirts. We did sweatshirts, we did hoodies, we did hats. And then I was like, well, let me create a podcast, because podcasts used to really be something. I mean, podcasting is still something now, but I have a whole opinion about podcasting right now. But created a podcast, and I started to interview people. So I was like, well, in addition to doing these blog posts, I could also feature I feature Black female entrepreneurs, bosses, bloggers, authors, creatives, any woman. Like they don't have to be entrepreneur, just whatever they're doing, we can feature them and speak about them and share how they are being a participant in this matrix of life. So that was the thought process behind that. And then just recently I came out with the Dear Black Girl deck, which is a positive affirmation deck. So that's where we're at with that.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say, I definitely gave the deck a shout on my reels, or not my reels, on my stories, just so
I saw it. Thank you.
Of course. I gotta get some.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my inventory to get here, and I upgraded all the decks. So originally it was 36 cards, and then I changed it to 54 cards.
Okay.
So waiting for the inventory to get here. And then with Brielle Ray. So Brielle Ray is, of course, for everybody. I know BlkGirlDaily is like primarily centers Black women, but Brielle Ray is for everyone. We'll have something for everyone, even for, Miss Johnson, who mainly only wears her little earrings and maybe, her red lipstick. That's all she wears. Like, she don't do nothing else. But yeah, we want it to be, I put in the bio currently, it says just simple luxury. So all of the pieces are going to be like some sort of gold plated, filled, or real gold. Like it's not going to be like no little cheap, nothing that's going to tarnish or turn your skin green.
Love that.
And then we wanted the pieces to be fun and, you could wear it going out, but you could also wear it with like some sweats and just kind of look real pulled together without having to do too much. Um, that's a lot process behind that. My friend is a fashion blogger, so she's already like, you know, obsessed with fashion. I love fashion, but the way my budget is set up, I can't like buy what I really want to all the time.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I do enjoy jewelry, and I do enjoy like nice things, as many of us do, regardless of what our budget is. Like, you should still do something for yourself, regardless of, you know, how much money you have. So that's kind of where that is. Again, like, we're launching fingers crossed next month.
Yes,
so
we're gonna speak it into existence.
But that's the challenge. Like, you know, when you start something new, you have to figure out, what is our packaging gonna look like, and who are our vendors gonna be, and how much is shipping gonna cost, and what are our policies, and like, what is our aesthetic? Like, there's so much to figure out,
and stuff that me as a consumer, I wouldn't even think of any of that type of stuff. And it's like, oh, you're right.
Yeah, you definitely have to figure out, like, I mean, I would hope people would think about this. And if you don't, it's totally fine, because you'll learn it along the way. But I think it's important to think about, like, how do you want people to feel when they patron your business? How do you want people to feel when they open your package? How do you want people to feel when they wear your stuff, or so on and so forth? And honestly, that's not something I thought about when I first started BlkGirlDaily, because I didn't really start off selling anything. But after so many years, so I started that business in 2018. So after, I said so many years, like 2018 ain't like yesterday.
No, you got some experience under your belt.
But that's not something I always thought about. But now that I have had to have the entrepreneurial mindset for this long, those are things I think about. But I also do a lot of research. I watch countless jewelry merchandising videos, or I'll watch countless packaging videos, because I want to know. I just want to know what I don't know, because I'm knowledgeable, but I can always learn. And then once you start thinking that you can't learn, like, that's really when you're gonna become stagnant. If you think there's nothing for you to learn, or nothing left for you to someone else's point of view, because YouTube is such a great place to like learn all of this stuff. Just Google whatever it is you want to learn. This is not going to be a nude face. I don't know why I lied to you. I don't know why. Like, I shouldn't have lied to you like that.
It's okay. Sometimes you don't know until you're in it. And then I'm also realizing we go the opposite, because you started doing your brows and I started doing my face.
I've never been able to put on foundation, then like eyeshadow, then brows.
Really?
Mess that up. Yeah, if I mess it up, now I gotta take the whole face off. But if I do the other stuff, then I can just fix that.
Touche.
But also, you know, you do makeup way more than I do.
I doubt it. The panorama has made it hard to stay consistent, and I still keep buying it. I'm like, girl, what you wearing a mask?
Where you
going? Why you got a new lipstick? What you about to do? So I gotta get that together.
That's the saddest part of this whole pandemic, that you can't wear lipstick like that, because you gotta wear this mask.
It is. Makes me sad.
Aside from people like passing, let me
clarify.
That's not the saddest. But for people who wear makeup, that's kind of, it sucks. But you know, whatever.
No, I totally feel you, and I get your humor. So, but I get your the explanation too, because not everyone gets us.
They don't. The heart.
That's for you. No, I'm kidding. So what would you say to somebody who's like, because I personally feel like there's a lot, brand is a word people kind of throw around a lot. And
Mhm.
it's like, that doesn't fit our brand. It should go well with our brand, where our brand is this. And I'm like, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. Second of all, so if someone is out here trying to build a brand and they don't know what they're doing or where to start, as someone
Mhm.
who's done this multiple times and been successful at it,
Mhm.
what would you advise them?
I feel like the word brand is can be interchangeable with like aesthetic.
Mm,
I'm already messing up this eyeshadow. That's why I don't have a foundation on because I can fix it. Um, so it's like an aesthetic. So for example, think of like an Instagram page that you see where all the colors match. They use probably the same filter for every image. That's like considered a form of branding. So everything is
mm-hmm,
kind of uniform across the board on how they look, what the feel is. So essentially like what their aesthetic is. So when someone says it doesn't fit into my brand, a perfect example, BlkGirlDaily is not for children. It might sound like it because it has like girl in it, but it's not for,
mm-hmm,
so people who tag me in photos with children in it, I like it, but I'm not reposting it.
mm-hmm.
Fit into my brand. It's not for children. Um,
I got you.
so
So it's more
that's
so learning what actually a brand is and not getting it mixed up with another word that could be related, but not it. Like,
I mean, brand is also like, what is your? I'm gonna have to clean this up because girl, it's all over the place. Um, what is your? Of course, people like say come up with a mission and vision because you want to know why you started, who you're talking to, because not
mm-hmm,
everyone is your target audience.
mm-hmm.
Um, and then what do you want people to know you for? Like that's also included in branding. I feel like, what do you want people to know you for? Me, I'm known for my brand is known for promoting self-awareness. My
Mm-hmm.
brand is known for promoting self-love and making smart decisions as a young Black girl. Um, having better relationships with your friends is known for um, celebrating Black women, is known for highlighting Black women, so on and so forth. So
Okay.
if someone, and people have emailed me saying, would you like to collaborate with like Susan? And I'm like,
This ain't for Susan.
this isn't, Susan is welcome to watch, but Susan
Mm-hmm.
isn't necessarily going to fit in with the brand because Susan is not in the target audience. Like,
Right.
so that's all I'm gonna say about that before you get somebody in your comments talking about what she means. I don't fit in there. What's she talking about?
You're funny. But I know what there's a demographic, there's a target audience, there's someone you're trying to reach. And sometimes it's a little more detailed.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, it's just for moms, all kind of moms. And then other times it's like, no, it's for moms who live in a big city who do this and that. So I hear
Right.
you.
Yeah, like you can get as specific as you want to, and people really need to that's another challenge. People feeling like they're excluded. Like no one is excluding you, but people also can't cater to everybody. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
not that's not how this works.
It's not how any of this works.
Not. And people sometimes just feel like they just need to be included. And by people, we're not gonna say which people, but people just feel like they always
Mm-hmm.
need to be included in something. That's probably another
Mm-hmm.
thing that slightly irritates me. So I don't say this publicly, but perhaps anyone who's watching who comes from BlkGirlDaily, I'm sorry if this offends you. But like I make Dear Black Girl posts, still say like Dear Black Girl whatever, like
Mhm.
inspirational message. There are people who will repost that in their stories and just say, "Dear all girls." I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to all girls, honey, but you know, okay.
We can't have nothing. We can't have nothing.
I wasn't talking, and I'm not saying all girls can't listen to the message,
Right,
but
right. But this particular one,
I just wasn't talking to all of
all
them.
girls, right? Yeah, I can see that because it's like I think it's always been when you've been ostracized for so long and now you're trying to make it so it's like, no, this is for you. I'm talking to you, even though it's always been your thing, like you're
Mhm.
always the majority or
Yeah,
you're always the audience. So
right.
now that others are making audiences for their people, it's like, oh no.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's okay because let me stop. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I hope that was rated, or I hope that was. I'll stop talking.
Right. Let's move on. Let's move
I'll
on.
move on. Right.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think we kind of. I was gonna ask you where do you plan to take your brands, but you touched on with Brio Ray that there could be handbags in the future, there could be headbands and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So you kind of already answered all of my other questions. What?
Well, I
Oh,
can answer where I think BlkGirlDaily is going.
okay. Yes,
So
please.
this is to piggyback on the text message that you and I had the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was frustrated because I feel like even though my platform is dedicated to like celebrating and highlighting and empowering, it can also be frustrating because like when you feel like you're not necessarily getting the support back
Mm-hmm.
that you give people like consistently, sometimes I feel like should I be the person doing this, and not whether or not like I'm qualified, but if I feel like I'm not getting back what I'm putting into it,
Mm-hmm.
should I be doing this?
Is there a better way for me to spend my time, kind of type, or is there something else I should be focused on, kind of
Yeah,
type thoughts?
yeah. And it really comes down to money and passion.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like I think it is important that people should do something that they love, find out what they love, find out what they like. Maybe they don't love it, but they like it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're comfortable doing it. But like when you become an entrepreneur and you kind of choose what you're doing, are you doing it because you're passionate about it, or are you doing it because it's earning you a great living?
Mm.
And if you're passionate about it, but you're not earning a great living, should you continue to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Because in reality, like food is going up, okay? So food is going up, gas is high as hell.
Girl,
And really
did you see
what's
that? Did you see that meme that
what
said gas is so expensive? If I miss an exit, I'm backing up. It's
yes.
like that sounds about right.
Right. We're not driving to the next exit no more. We are
Mm-mm.
reversing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but seriously though, like life is so expensive, and sometimes people say, it's not all about money, or money doesn't buy you happiness. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but at the same time, who's happy broke, and who is happy and they can't pay their bills, or they can't do anything extra other than pay their bills? No one's happy
Mm-hmm.
like that either. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like the crossroads that I'm at, and I have to sometimes reel myself back in and realize you may not be making the type of money that you want to make right now because you're still in the process of building. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't give up just because you're not where you're at or where you want to be right now. There are people who will be like, I was rapping for 15 years before I got signed, or I was, pushing these bags for however long, like Telfar
Mm-hmm.
probably did not start yesterday.
What'd you say?
I said Telfar probably did not start yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know his backstory, but who knows how long he's been pushing these bags before somebody was like
Oh yeah,
believing.
these are nice.
Yeah, like who knows how long that was.
I always
So
think of Tabitha Brown because I know she's talked about how long she been trying to, I guess she was trying to get into acting or,
yeah,
put herself
yeah.
in a position to be. And I want to say it
Mm-hmm.
was 20 some odd years. I ain't gonna lie, I would have stopped after like 5, maybe 10 tops.
Girl,
I'd have been
10,
like, oh, maybe this ain't meant to be.
10 is a lot.
That's always my concern is that I'm dedicating, kind of like what you were just saying.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm working on something and it's not turning out the way I thought it would be after all this time, is this the
Yeah.
universe's way of saying, because you should be doing something else? Like you're literally wasting your time. And
Mm-hmm.
I keep giving you these roadblocks because you're not supposed to do it. And I'm just like, no, I'm just supposed to persevere. No,
Right,
ma'am.
right. I
So
just keep
how
going.
do you know?
Yeah,
Right.
how do you know? And I feel like now I'm about to probably enter a season of silence because I feel like I just need to be silent and just listen.
Mm.
And by listening, for those who might not know it, like who is she listening to? um, Ideas come to you when you are silent,
Mm.
and clarity and discernment often comes to you when you are silent. And like what your next move needs to be comes when you are silent, not when people are constantly talking to you or telling you their opinion of what you should do, or when you're paying attention to what other people are doing.
Mm.
What other people are doing isn't what you should be doing.
Oh, child. That's a word.
Yeah, what other people are doing is not what you should be doing. So, or I mean, it can be what you should be doing, but just you need to do it the way that you need to do it. You don't have to do it the way that they're doing it. Let me clarify.
Mm-hmm. Or be on their timeline. That's my
Yeah,
trouble. Because I'm
right.
always like, well, so and so has this, this, and this, and we're the same age, and I don't have none of those. Any of those. That was terrible English.
Listen, age and time are so like trivial, especially like if you think about what God said, like a day, what 1,000 years to us is like a day to him. Like there are
So
no rules. Hmm?
no, you're right. So you're just going to take this time to be quiet and just wait for the things that you're asking for to get answers to those questions.
Yeah. Also, when you have more than one brand that you're building, in my experience, you can't really dedicate enough time to both of them. Like you're splitting your time and your energy between them. So I'm like, should I put more energy into this jewelry business, because there's no limit to how much jewelry that I can sell.
True.
Versus what I said earlier, there's a limit to how many website clients I can have, or and honestly, like I'm selling on BlkGirlDaily, I'm selling empowerment and I'm selling positivity. And to be very honest with you, not everybody wants that. Why does the Shade Room have so many followers?
Ooh, child, I'm not one of them, but I know what you mean.
I'm not either, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
people love drama. People love. I mean, I'm not gonna say Shade Room don't also share like positive stuff.
Positive, but yeah, but I get your point. Anytime something is shared with me from that page is usually some mess. It's like that's what it's known for, and I did used to follow. Like I'm not gonna front like I didn't.
Yeah.
So I used to, and then I kind of noticed like it's always, I'm seeing more ratchet stuff than good Black news. So I was like, or just good news, period.
But listen, let's not forget that one time I was on the Shade Room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Huh? What? How do
you remember that? I was on the Shade Room.
Doing what?
BlkGirlDaily. They snatched my post from BlkGirlDaily and blocked out my name and put it on there.
I don't remember that, girl.
I'll send it to you. It's still on there. And there were people in the comments tagging me like,
I've seen this before.
I know who that is.
Right.
But honestly, I'm glad they didn't tag me, because maybe someone else would have been mad, like, damn, they used your post and didn't tag you. I'm glad they didn't. One, because I didn't pay them to advertise for me. That would kind of be like them advertising for me. But also, I don't want people, because there were also people in the comments saying, why does it have to say Dear Black Girl? Why can't it say Dear All Girls or Dear Girls or whatever? I don't need that traffic over
right
page. So I was like, it's fine. Y'all don't have to tag me.
People are annoying.
But yeah, not everybody wants positivity. So
that's true. Sad and true.
I know, it sucks.
I don't know what I'm doing over here. So, okay, it's good that you have a vision, and that, so when you say you're going silent, are you, because you know how sometimes when people say stuff like that, that means no social media, things like that. Are you going dark, or what is this?
No.
What does going quiet look like for you?
I'm not going to go dark, because I do enjoy kikiing with people on my personal page. So, such as you.
Likewise.
So I won't go dark in that sense, but I just want to, I think I'll just stop like, not flailing necessarily, but stop trying to figure things out on my own. That's probably more so what I'm gonna do. Also, I've been like trying to journal more consistently, and it really helped me to get my thoughts out. So that's what I'm doing.
Are you a writer journaler, or are you a typer?
A writer.
Okay. I used to be a writer, and now I've kind of gotten to typing. And then I also I've noticed I'm kind of one of those, I need to talk, like I need to say it kind of. So I'll do, you know how you can do like turn the microphone on and it'll transcribe your words.
Yeah.
And then I just copy what I said after I've edited it, because talk to text sometimes have you looking crazy. Then and then I just paste it into I have like it's a website called Penzu. I think that's how you say it. PENZU.com.
Okay.
And I just copy and paste whatever I'm thinking or whatever I just said into that, so I can just have track of my thoughts for that day. One thing I do like about that site, but I do and I don't like, is it'll be like, this is what you said 2 years ago. And then I'm like, nope, I remember where I'm like, nope, I remember where I was 2 years ago.
Exactly. Do not tell me what I said 2 years ago.
Right.
And I definitely don't want to reread old journals either.
Right. Yeah. Because sometimes it's good to see the growth, I guess, but for me personally, I'm like, no, I was in a really bad headspace there. Or a lot of times I could tell with some of the pictures I took, like, oh yeah, I remember I cried all day that day, and then I put on a full face of makeup, so I feel pretty.
Yeah.
And then
I was just gonna say, one thing I have noticed about if you write, and this is gonna sound really creepy, but I've heard other people say this. If you write in your journal, depending on how you're feeling, your handwriting will change.
Oh, absolutely.
I have one particular journal entry where my handwriting looks like a 5-year-old's, but I also know that I was extremely emotional and extremely irritated when I wrote that. And it's like pages of barely legible handwriting. Like I probably can't read it. It's barely legible, but it's completely different. Like I do not write like that.
Yeah, mine definitely gets bigger when I'm in my feelings.
Yeah. Which you would think, like, are we always in our feelings? What type of Cancer are you? Like, are you an Cancer?
Am I what?
Are you an emotional? Like, do you
feel
absolutely.
Like you're emotional? I feel like I feel all the feelings while also being an ice queen. So yeah, I'll hear or say stuff, or not hear or say, I'll hear stuff, just watching something, and then it'll strike a nerve or whatever. And I'm like, just kind of that.
Yeah.
Like, what was I listening to yesterday? There was some song I was listening to, and I live alone, so I often have a lot of concerts. And there was some, and I was just having like a, fake singing, and whatever the lyrics were in the song struck a nerve, and then I got sad. I was like, I wasn't even in that headspace. But then, and now that's gonna irk me that I can't remember what song it was. Oh, it was "Why Don't You Love Me" by Beyonce. And that's the other thing too. Like, that's supposed to be a bop.
Yeah.
Like, who starts crying to "Why Don't You Love Me"? Me.
I mean,
so I'm that type of Cancer.
No, because there's just one song that's upbeat by Shaka Khan, but I will like start bawling when I hear it. It's crazy. I'm trying to think of the name. I have for years argued with people who think I'm a moody Cancer. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm moody as hell. I'm like moody as fuck. Like,
same.
Like moody.
You witnessed that before we got on this call. You heard me. I was like, you know what? I just want to, like, I'm just done. Technical difficulties, throw it all out. I was like, I'm about to knock something over. See, exactly. Like,
you were like, I'm done with this. And then as soon as we was recording, okay, guys, how are you? Welcome back.
They all have, and I don't know if this is good or bad, but they all have names or personalities.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
So yeah, it's like there's the really scary one who only comes out when it's bad. Like you messed up. She hasn't come out since 2019 when me and my ex were breaking up. And he never, even though he'd known me for a while, he'd never seen her before. So he was like, I was like, yep, this is what you, you did that? This. Right.
Yeah.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I have that side.
It's like she sleep. Like right now she hibernating. No reason for her to come out. But and when she comes, it's like a hurricane, or just it's real quick. Like to the point I don't even have a chance to be like, no. She here. Boom.
I can't prepare you.
She stay ready even when she sleep.
Yeah.
But so they have names. Super moody, super emotional, but also non-emotional. So sometimes I think there are things that I should care about, or ways that I should react to people and things. Where it's like you're talking to a statue. I'm just like blank face, just blinking, like, oh no, that sucks so bad.
Like, absolutely don't care.
Don't care.
No.
And I should sometimes. So I got to work on that. That's what my therapist was like, you need to work on empathy. I was like, ugh, stop making me feel more feelings. I don't have the bandwidth for that, sir.
The trick is to like make empathy logical. That's what I've been able to do. So like I'll understand where someone is coming from, because logically, if that happened to me, this is how I would feel.
And that's what he was saying.
Yeah. But at the same time, I do not take on their feelings. And I do not take on their burden or whatever it is that they're going through. But I can understand if it were me, this is probably how I would react to.
Okay. And that's what I need to work on, because I'm usually just like, ooh, that sucks for you. I'm sorry. And that's all I got.
It's emotional capacity. I don't have the emotional capacity to really understand what you're going through. But I'm sorry you're going through that.
I'm a work in progress. So you would say you're a moody, emotional Cancer.
Yeah, who also does not emotionally attach themselves to other people and their issues.
Which is good.
How effed up that may sound. But
no, I get it.
I mean, it's a level of self-preservation. If I'm worried about what you got going on, I can't even worry about myself.
Right. And I think that's my problem.
Yeah, if we all worried about our own selves and what we're all doing, then perhaps we will all be doing better.
Ooh,
Maybe.
a word.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm trying to do better about that. Stop worrying about like you got a whole you to take care of, but you over here worried about everybody else.
Mhm. Have I told you before that I am terrible at eyeliner? I feel like I
No,
have. No, I feel like I have.
maybe.
Like winged liner.
Oh, yeah, no. Here's the trick because I am also terrible at it.
Mm-hmm.
They have stamped wing liner, so it's already in the shape.
Uh-huh.
I'll have to show it to you. Don't
Okay.
ask me. Oh, it's in my purse. Um, just in case I'm at work one day and I'm feeling like I need a wing. But yeah, it's already in the shape of it. So you
Mhm.
literally just stamp it and it's like boom, wing liner.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need
Mm-hmm.
to know because my line be like
Girl, I would try and just not succeed. So there's a brand called Lottie, Lottie. They sell it at Ulta,
Mhm.
which is where I got mine from. And it's just it's a eyeliner on one side, a pencil, like the little felt tip, whatever pencil, and then the other side is a stamp. And I am a fan so far. I just got to make sure you got to line the stamp up right, because then if you don't, then you
Mhm.
look crazy.
Okay. I have to try it.
But I can do what I have on now. That's as long as I have the right kind of tip.
Mhm.
I'm so dirty. I don't know if you can see
Mhm.
that, but as long as it's something like that, I
Yeah.
can get the job done.
Mhm. I think it's because I don't put on makeup enough to even like practice.
Well, you don't need it because
Yeah.
yeah, I've
Anytime
seen
you
you
see a
without it.
filter,
So silly.
there's a filter.
They're so silly. Trying to be careful because last time I put on some mascara, I did something weird and I had like a big brush mark on my eye.
Mhm.
Thankfully, I didn't have to start all the way over, but it definitely
See.
messed up my vibe.
See, I put on mascara before I even put on this. I didn't use foundation. I used a tinted moisturizer.
Okay, yeah, I saw you rubbing that in, and I was like, "Is that primer? Is that okay?"
Yeah, and I forgot to put primer on. Whoops. But it's
No
Nars.
worries.
Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer.
Oh,
I
and I've
love.
heard about that. Never. I love Nars.
Yeah, and I use their concealer too.
Mm. What? Let me see it. Did I miss it? Okay. What shade? Biscuit.
You trying to call me light skin?
Yes.
No, it's caramel.
Okay.
Medium dark too, which dark where? Like this is not dark. You have
Caramel.
it?
But mine's a little mini.
Oh yeah. I had gotten like 2 tubes. Nars had a sale, I think during the summer. It was like buy one, get one 50% off or something.
Mm.
So that's when I try and get their stuff because I'm trying to get them all my money. Okay.
Exactly. That's one thing. I'm bad about buying makeup, but if I'm buying it, best
Yeah.
believe I would say 8 times out of 10 it was a sale. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
that makes it. That's how I try and justify. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's on sale.
That's what we
Okay,
do.
you gonna make me put on blush. What, justify our impulse purchases?
Yeah, it was on sale.
Right. That's all I've noticed. I say that a lot. Anytime I'm showing something on one of my blogs, I'm like, but it was on sale. It was a sale. So and so was having a sale.
Right.
I just need to get it on a shirt or something. It was on sale.
It was on sale. That would be a
Mm.
good shirt.
I thought about doing merch, but I know nothing about it. A, B, I don't know. I don't even know. I was like, what if I get these shirts made and it's like you sold 3 shirts, 2 were from your parents. Do you have a vanity or what's your situation where you do your makeup?
So I usually do it at my desk. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
like put my computer over and do it at my desk. But the background of my desk is like No. So today we're on the floor, clearly.
Hmm.
And I'm just sitting next to the drawer that has all of my makeup in it and just take out whatever I'm gonna use.
Okay. I couldn't really tell you're on the floor because the angle.
Oh,
Well,
really?
now that you say it, kind of.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, oh, maybe it's just like a tall drawer. I thought you were sitting in a chair.
Drawer.
Hmm. I was so inspired by the story you were telling on your stories the other day about your friend who got the new house and the new car and the new job all within, I can't remember the time span, but I was like, oh, yes, I
Oh,
want that in my life.
I didn't talk about the time span because I didn't want to discourage people, but it was like
Oh,
a 4-year time span. Like it wasn't quick at all.
okay. Well, still, you know.
Yeah, but still, like I was just like, I'm just so proud of you because she used to be really discouraged about, you know, how things are gonna turn out, which many of us can be because we're like, okay, I've been waiting for things to change for months.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.
I have those conversations consistently with God. What do you do? What are you doing?
Right. What
And
should I be doing? Am I not doing the right thing
right,
in the
what
meantime?
should I be doing? Am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing?
Right.
Or am I doing too
Right.
much? Oh.
And then I get frustrated personally because I'm like, I want to say I'm not the most religious person despite my parents being a deacon and a deaconess.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole nother story. But I want to say they say like once you say something to God once, like that's it. You don't have to say it again. But I'll be like, yeah, so it's me again. Just
Yeah.
in case I'm putting this at the top of your inbox.
Listen.
In case you forgot. I'm
That
still needing help.
mm-hmm. That's a really good point you made though. But in
What I
terms of
say?
not being,
I'm just rambling.
oh no. In terms of not being religious, like I've kind of removed myself from being a religious person because I feel like, and this is like not even what this is about, but I feel like when people like rebel or don't want to be religious, then it's like they distance themselves from God altogether. When in actuality, you should start thinking of God as like your friend. You know, just like you and God can remove yourselves from religion because God is he's so much bigger than religion. He's so much bigger than rules and you know what you need to do, how you need to do it, so on and so forth. So once I started to think of life as like this is me and God trying to figure, well, not me, him trying to figure it out, but me trying to figure it out, and you know, he is consistently watching out for me. Then I started to. It also makes you like it's easier for you to talk to God because I really do think, and I'm sorry anyone who might be offended by this, but I really think God be like, stop doing that dumb shit. Like I feel like
No, I agree.
stop doing that dumb shit. Like it's not helping you. You're not listening to me.
Right.
Not what I told your dumb ass to do. Like I feel like that is what he says.
I agree.
Those
He be out
moments,
there like,
yeah, those moments when you get clarity, where you experience the consequence of your actions. It's like, yeah, because you wasn't supposed to do that, dummy.
right. And I feel like I'm always learning stuff the hard way. But my thing is, I'm circling back to my previous point. I don't know if I'm supposed to learn from this and like try again or keep trying, or if it's like, no, stop now.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. Like, oh, I'm just gonna do this one more time because I'm not sure if that was the lesson I was supposed to learn, or if the lesson is to learn. You know, can you stand the rain? Cue new edition. So that's my thing.
Exactly.
Ugh,
that's funny.
Life is annoying sometimes. I just need a book, like a little Cliff Notes version, some little cue cards.
Yeah, Life for Dummies.
That's what I need.
Yeah, I get Life for Dummies, like the extended version, please.
You're right. I'll take a chapter. I'll do a chapter every year. Every, year I'm here. That's the new
Yeah.
chapter. Okay.
Yeah.
I will commit. Oop, I almost missed my whole lip.
See?
I like that lip color you have on.
Thanks, girl. It is NYX lingerie.
Ooh.
And the
Ooh.
color is 14 Confident.
Okay.
So this is how these look. You've seen those
Okay.
before?
I want to say I have one. Maybe. I know I have a NYX something. I like
Yeah,
NYX.
it's me too. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
know
thinking of liquid suede. Never mind.
yeah, I think I tried that too. I don't know if I would have put this lip with these eyeballs, but it's gonna work.
Girl, I just wing it. I never have a. It's so funny how old makeup rules kind of stand out.
Mhm.
So I remember I used to be obsessed with America's Next Top Model. I used to want to go on the show until I realized I was too short. Because they literally had a height requirement, and
Oh,
I
they
was
did.
like, I'm not. It used to be 5'7", and I'm
Oh.
5'3", but I say 5'4". Anyway,
What?
so
You look so tall.
do I?
Yes.
It's,
Flips hair.
it's my legs. It's
You
my
look
legs.
so tall.
No,
How are
and
you
what's
5'3"?
and what's funny is my grandmother. She used to say when I was little, like, "Look at them legs. You're gonna be tall just like your daddy." And I'd always start to pose like,
Right.
and
then when you
then,
got old, it was like grandma.
right, you missed the mark on this one. It's okay. You still cute,
Right.
but yeah, totally short. But I remember Mr. J, because Mr. J did makeup. Miss J taught you how to do hair, or Miss J taught you how to walk. Mr. J did makeup. And he was like, you never ever match your eyeshadow to your outfit. But I do it all the time because I'll be like, oh, I'm wearing blue. Let me get some blue eyeliner. Let me get some blue.
Yeah.
So I don't think it matters. Is my whole point. But people tell you stuff, and it's like, do whatever you feel like. It's your face, and you bought the makeup.
Exactly. I agree.
Look at us finishing about the same time.
Look at us.
Coordinate. Gotta coordinate. Girl, I need to wash my hair today.
I was just about to say my hair is filthy and I need to wash.
Same.
But
I just don't know if I'm gonna do it today or tomorrow.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be tomorrow. I'm not doing this today. But I'm gonna take these pictures. Yeah, I'm not doing this today.
It's gotten so long.
Oh my gosh, right. Like I look at old pictures and I'm like, wow.
It looks so good.
I know people are like, what? Okay, so guys, I locked my hair in January 2020 and it was like, okay, maybe like that long. Because it shrinks up your hair so much. Like before I locked it, my hair was mid-back length. And when I locked it, it was like nothing.
See, I didn't know that.
Ridiculous. But yeah, I'm so happy that I did that.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, since I guess we're wrapping up, we're both done. Are there any parting words you like to say to the people, new, old, in the middle, in terms of, and by new and old, I mean like new people to the channel, to you, to, hopefully this will get some new eyes or something.
Yeah. Do what you want.
Your life.
Yeah, do what you want. And, always ask questions, be resourceful. That's always my advice to people. Be resourceful when you are creating a brand or when you just want to do something different, do something new. Just Google is your friend. Like, don't feel like there's so many people doing it. I don't know what I'm doing. You're going to learn as you go, as they did. No one starts out. So learn as you go. Try not to get frustrated with yourself. Because
I feel like you're talking to me.
Stop getting frustrated with yourself. Because you're the only person who puts deadlines or like, I gotta know all this by this time, or I have to do all this by this time. You're the only one putting that pressure on yourself. No one else is putting it on you.
True. That's true. And very few people put their struggles on Instagram. What do they say? They're always showing you their highlight reel and not the behind the scenes. So that's something I have to tell myself as well. Like,
But is that something that you want to see?
what, the struggles?
Yeah. Do you think like I agree with you. People don't. And as much as I would like to voice every time I'm frustrated or when I'm like dissatisfied with something, then I'm like, but y'all don't want to hear my troubles. Like,
I
then
do. I love
like,
to hear other people's
I don't even
problems.
hear them. Huh?
I love to hear them only because it makes me feel like I'm not alone. Like, oh, I don't think like I'm not the only person who thinks like that. I'm not the only person who struggled with this. It For me personally, it I don't want to say misery loves company, but kind of. But only because it just, like I said, it makes me feel less alone. Because otherwise, all you see is this beautiful picture that was posted on this beautiful trip, but you don't know that she had to cry because the gates were closed, and you know what I mean. Like, I almost missed the flight. Like, you don't get to hear the struggle behind the picture. You just see the beautiful picture. So I like to know that other people have stuff, which I know, but it's different to hear it.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep that in mind, and maybe if people like don't say they want to hear it, because I guess I'm not necessarily looking for feedback, but I guess I'll keep that in mind.
That's just me personally.
Yeah.
I just feel like it kind of gives a little more, I don't know if realness to it. So like, I have a video going up today, or it's already up, I don't know. But I'm like, my neighbors were stomping. I had a fruit fly flying in the background. My SD card filled up twice. But here's the video. But like, had I not said any of that, you just think it was just a regular schmegula video that just came together. Like, nah, there were struggles. I gave up twice, had to get it together and come back, you know. It's like,
I agree with you. Maybe we should like start like a rant Friday or something.
I would be down for that.
And
I would have to work on being a little more, because sometimes I think I say too much, and I'll be like, girl, they ain't even know all that.
That's another reason why, I might not do it, because the things I'm mad about can be offensive. Not
against you later.
But yeah, I might just say too much, and I might not say names, but the people who did it might know, oh damn, she talking about me.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I agree with you.
That's why. Huh?
We should do it anyway, though.
I agree. Yeah, I'm down. Okay. That's why I'm glad I edit my vlogs, because there's a lot of stuff I say that just don't make the cut. I'll allude to it, but a lot of times I'm like, girl, that's too much. Don't know, but they don't need to know all that. So, or what if so and so sees this, and then but no, I'm totally down.
Okay. We'll have to talk about it.
Yes, totally down. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with me and introduce yourself to the people. And I'll put your social media handles in the description box.
Okay.
And yeah, if you have any parting words, now's the time. If you don't, it's fine too. I don't want to put you on the spot. I'm just winging it, girl.
Wear your mask. That's my parting word.
That part. I don't think this ain't gonna be over anytime soon.
It's not, because people don't want to wear their masks. So.
All right. Well, I thank you so much, and I'm thanking you, Ray, for taking time to come here and speak with us and do makeup together. We'll have to do it again. We'll choose a different topic. Okay. And to my audience, if this is something that you like, you want to see more of, you want to see more of me and Ray, let me know what you'd like to see in the description box. She also has a YouTube channel that I will be linking to below. And I'll go ahead and wrap it. You do.
I do. And as soon as I get some time to edit the 3 videos that are recorded, they'll be up.
We'll talk about that as well. Okay. Offline. Okay. Well, thank you so much again, and I will see you later. I'll text you after we're done.